Between 2014 and 2019, exports from Ghana declined by $4.25 billion from $21.7 billion in 2014 to $17.5 billion in 2019. The impact of the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic on industrial production, trade, travel and movement of freight also had a telling effect on the local economy and its export capabilities. Speaking at the annual general meeting of the Association of Ghana Industries in Ho, Chief Executive Officer of the association, Seth Chumabwakwa, said the heavy dependence on imports for essential commodities placed the nation on the verge of panic during the global coronavirus lockdown. He called for a swift implementation of the 1D1F initiative in order to assuage the situation.
It came to our notice also that there are some traditional enterprises that actually did very well during the COVID period. So we tried to find out what is happening that you are doing so well during this period where everything is going down. It happens that these companies got a good market share because the imports also reduced significantly. And it meant that if we actually look inwards and reduce the imports, our industries will definitely grow and become very strong. COVID taught us another lesson. When all the countries were shutting down, because we depend so much on imports, it meant that at some point we were panicking. That what if they don't open up within a certain period? Where are we going to get our important supplies from? That means as a country, we actually need to look inwards, ensure that we support local production, at least of basic essential products. We should have most of it produced in this country, so that in situations of this nature, we are not found wanting, and we always have access to products that we badly need for our survival.
Mr. Chumabwakwa further urged the government to review its benchmark value reduction policy in order to boost the country's recovery process.
Indeed, it has been quite challenging for a lot of our businesses, especially those that are into large-scale production of certain essential products. And we have taken this seriously. AGI has advocated strongly against the policy, not in its entirety, but certain aspects. We thought that the policy should rather support local industries, so that the importers of raw materials should be able to bring their raw materials in and not pay any duty. Even if there is a reduction in 50%, it is good for the raw material importation so that they can use it to produce for local consumption. But reducing the finished products for products that we have local capacity to produce and making them cheaper than local production, we thought was not the best of policy, and we have strongly advocated against it.
Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry Herbert Krapper said over 100 of the total of 278 1D1F projects were operational and have been providing jobs for over 150,000 Ghanaians.
Currently, there are 278 1D1F projects, out of which 104 are operational, providing direct and indirect employment of about 150,000 jobs to Ghanaians. Eastern Volta and OT regions currently have 53 factories at various stages of completion. 2 weeks ago, as you have heard, I joined the president to commission the CH Global Limited factory in Adumkwanta in the OT region, in the Karachi East district of the OT region, and also the Technology Solutions Center in Howe, right here in this region. The ministry has also acquired lands together with the Free Zones Authority in these regions for the establishment of industrial parks and economic zones to spur industrial development in these 3 regions.